Hey everyone, it's Adam Zimmerman again. Hope everything is great with you guys. It's Monday, June 10th, and I wanted to talk about something that happened last night um, that I'm not ashamed to say had me in tears. I was watching the Bruins game because I am a lifelong Boston sports fan, but I'm also a lifelong theater buff. Came from a very theatrical family. My whole family has been involved in community theater since we were young. Um, and so I'm watching the Tony Awards last night, and Ali Stroker, who was in Oklahoma on Broadway, a revival, won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. And that's amazing. As you probably know, if you've seen the news coverage, we're watching the Tonys last night. Ali uses a wheelchair. She has cerebral palsy. She's been using a wheelchair since she was about 2 years old. Just amazing. Like I said, not ashamed to say that I was crying. It's a moment about representation, and that's so important for people with disabilities, to see authentic versions of ourselves on screen, even if they aren't playing someone with a disability. So this is something that kind of a nuance that I want to talk about. You can have a blind person who plays somebody with a visual disability, but that disability is not central to their role. They are an actor who happens to be blind. They are an actor who happens to be in a wheelchair. And I believe that's what was the case with Ali in this play, as opposed to a movie where you have Bryan Cranston playing someone in a wheelchair, and the focus of him is as somebody in a wheelchair. And I think that's important, to see people with disabilities living everyday lives where the focus of their life isn't that disability. And I think that's really important, and I think it's really meaningful. I know it is for me. I know it is for a lot of other people in the disability community at large, to see the Tony organization, the accepting Ali not as an actress with a disability, but as an actress, and a fantastic one at that. I've realized something too, that doing these videos, and I've talked a lot about acceptance and self-acceptance, and all of it's genuine. But the thing that I've realized in doing that, I have had 35 plus eye surgery since I was a baby. And I've always been trying to improve, correct, take away my disability. Well, if I believe that my disability is a gift, which I do, and if I accept myself, which I do, then I have to accept that my disability isn't going to get better, and that I shouldn't necessarily want it to. Now, I want to maintain the vision that I have, because I have gone through a lot to get the level of vision that I have. But I don't need to spend days, weeks, months of my life in doctor's offices having surgeries. I am who I am because of my disability, as I talked about last week with Cody Lee, not in spite of it. And so to live that means to accept my disability in a way that also accepts the state that it's in, and doesn't constantly struggle and try to get quote unquote better vision. The vision that I have is good enough. The vision that I had even before my vision was as good as it is now, was good enough. But I wasn't mature enough at that point in my life to recognize that. And these videos, the folks that are watching these videos, have helped me understand that about myself, that I can't just talk the talk, I have to walk the walk. And that's really been a milestone for me, and I want to say thank you to every person who has watched and commented on my videos for that reason. So again, Ali, Mazel Tov, 1,000 times over. Super proud of you. Hope to see much more of you, and hope to see many more kids using the voice that you have given them, and the confidence that you have given them by watching you, following in your footsteps. Hollywood, TV, movies, theater wing, Broadway, I hope you give more people with disabilities a chance to be authentically themselves, focusing on what they can do, not what their disabilities prevent them or challenge them from doing. Thank you as always.